Year 3, happy Friday and welcome back to your final English lesson of the week. Thank you to everyone that has sent him work this week. Well done, keep it up, keep going. I know it can get a little bit tricky to keep motivated, but please keep going. We are loving all the work that you're sending in, so please keep motivated. Okay. So today we are going to be having a look at retelling our traditional tale. So we have been focusing on the true story of the Three Little Pigs. So if you wanted to write down the date, which is Friday the 15th of January, and then your learning intention is to retell a traditional tale. I've then popped a bit of a starter up on the board. And I want you to use the correct verb in each sentence below. So Benny and James gone outside. Are, is, has, or have. Benny and James are gone outside, is gone outside, has gone outside, or have gone outside. What do you think? Then we've got the dogs sitting by the fence. Sammy remembered his homework. My football coach teaching me how to dribble. Elephant, wonderful animals. I love my bags. They, beautiful. School uniform, better than mufti. He, gone on holiday. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to try and type. So if I get are, what have we got? Are, is, what are our options? Has and have as our verbs. So now I realise these are going to be a little bit big, so let me just turn them down just slightly so then they fit, and if we need to copy any more, we can. Okay. Benny and James gone outside. Benny and James are, no. Is gone outside. Has gone outside, no. Benny and James have gone outside. The dogs are sitting by the fire. Sammy remembered his homework. Sammy have remembered his homework. Sammy has remembered his homework. There we go. My football coach is teaching me how to dribble. Elephants are wonderful animals. Put that one in there. I love my bags. They are beautiful. School uniform is, oops, let me do it. School uniform is better than mufti day, and he has gone away on holiday. So there you go, there's your answers. If you got any of those a little bit wrong, please get out your editing pencil, editing pen, have a go at just changing them up so then they are the right way. Now, right, so I've said earlier that we are going to be looking at our traditional tale and start to retell our model text. So just to really recap, because it seems like it was ages ago that we last looked at our toolkit, what are the features of a traditional tale? And I probably should have covered it up, but have a look, see if you can dig yours out, because you're going to be needing it this week to help you with your writing. So I've got on here story openers. So we've got once upon a time, in a land far away, lots of different ones there. Description of characters, interesting verbs, adverbs, which we've been doing in SPAG as well. Speech with different ways of saying said. I'm banning said. I don't want it. You're only allowed to use it once in your writing. That's the only time I'm going to let you. A good character and a bad character. A bit of fantasy and a bit of magic. For example, animals talking. A lesson learnt, maybe a happy ending at the end. Clear structure, so having that opening, build up, middle, resolution, and our end. Coordinate and conjunction, so for, and, but, yet, or so. Using the pronouns are I, we, or our, and also commas to separate items in a list. And we can do these through our adjectives. So a tall, comma, grand building. Just a really quick recap there about the features that I'm going to be looking out for and the Year 3 team are going to be looking out for when you send in your work. We might say, check that you've used all your features. So just make sure as you're writing, have a little look at your toolkit that we made last week. Okay. So we are going to have a go at retelling. I'm going to move me over there, makes it easier. So let's have a little look at what part we're going to be retelling first. So we're going to be doing the first bit of our boxing up grid. So it's important we've got our boxing up grid. So it's going to help us with this bit. So we're going to do the bit where the wolf addresses the reader and sets up the story, where he thinks he's been wrong, doesn't he? He feels quite innocent. He then kind of says, oh, well, if you were a wolf, you would eat the same things. It's like you eating a hamburger. It's very simple. It started with a sneeze and a cup of sugar. And then he says, this is the real story. And then we've got here the wolf making a cake for his dear old granny. And he runs out of sugar and he feels bad. So he thinks, I know, I'll pop to my neighbor. My neighbor will be able to give me some sugar. So this is the bit that we're going to be focusing on today. So these key bits. So what you might want to do when you come to do your writing is come back to this part of the video, and this may help you. I would expect you to write at least, for some of you, if you want a bit of support, you could do a sentence per picture. Okay, these pictures will help you sort of sequence your ideas. And again, we can use your own toolkit and your own text map and your own boxing up grid to help as well. I've done a bit of a model text. I've done a bit of a shared write before, and this is the sort of thing that I'm looking for with you. So everybody knows the story of the Three Little Pigs, or at least they think they do. But I'll let you in on a little secret. Nobody knows the real story because nobody has ever heard my version of what happened. Let me introduce myself. I'm the wolf, Alexander T. Wolf. I'm unsure how this whole big bag wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. Maybe it's because of our diet and the food we eat, but it isn't my fault that we eat fluffy bunnies, sheep, and pigs. Like I was saying, the whole big bag wolf thing is all wrong. The real story starts with a cup of sugar and a sneeze. Once upon a time, there's my story opener. So the first bit was just a bit of an introduction. I was making a cake for my dear old granny. I had a terrible sneezing cold and I was just about to whisk it all together. I ran out of sugar. And that's where I'm going to stop. So I'm not going to go any further, just that really key opening paragraph and then the wolf making the cake and running out of sugar. What I've also put on here, you may wish to have a look at as well. If you're stuck for ideas of what to use, I've got some story openers here. So did you ever hear the story of the Three Little Pigs would be quite nice? Or early one sunny day, I was making a cake. Back in the days when animals could talk would be quite fitting for this one. I was happily making a cake, maybe. Kindly baking a cake for my gran. Got some keywords there. Adjectives to describe. Interesting verbs. So instead of he might not walk, he might hike or stroll or march. And like I said, I'm banning said in this one, so you can only use it once throughout our story. So you might want to use some of them. So there's lots of key things in here that you may wish to go back to in the video and have a little look at. But yeah, so your task today is just to send in your writing for the first part of the story. So we're just doing up until the point where the wolf runs out of sugar. Okay, have some fun with it. Get creative with your vocabulary. I want to see some editing pens going on as we normally would in school as well. Okay, I will speak to you soon. Have a lovely weekend. Bye.